Tawang War Memorial, in memory of those brave soldiers who made supreme sacrifice defending the frontiers of the motherland during 1962 Sino-Indian conflict, dedicated to the nation. Here's the entrance to the memorial. The unsung heroes of India defended the frontiers of the motherland, braving enemies' gunfire in freezing cold in the desolate high mountains of Khaming Frontier Division in the year of 1962. We went down like true soldiers with our guns blazing, true to the traditions of the Indian Army, crushing thousands of our foe. Our very flesh and blood was scattered over the mountains. The brooks turned red, with no one to lift our mortal remains, except the beast. A supreme sacrifice in war is for the children of Mother India, for them to live with honor and freedom. In the new millennium, is it not glorious to die in battle, doing one's duty? Pretty strong words. And I mean it in a good way. The immortals in memory of the over 2,420 officers, JCOs and soldiers who laid down their lives in Khaming sector during the 1962 war. Their names liveth evermore. These are the names of the people who laid down their lives fighting for the motherland, defending against the enemy, China, as they attacked India for no reason, taking advantage of the situation in Cuba in 1962. Major Mahendra Singh Chaudhary, MVC, Punjab Regiment on 9th October 1962. Major established post at Shenzong on 10th October. His post was assaulted by a battalion strength of Chinese. Though the post had hasty defenses and wasn't coordinated, the brave men under Major Chaudhary kept the enemy at bay for more than 9 hours. He was ordered to withdraw, and despite being wounded, he refused to be evacuated and continued to be a source of great inspiration to successfully withdraw with all men. In subsequent operations on 20th October 1962, they inflicted about 100 casualties to the enemy, thus displaying exemplary gallantry in the face of enemy in the highest traditions of the army. Here's some remnants from the war. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, disguised as a layman walking down the road in Dirang during his escape from Tibet in 1959. Subedar Joginder Singh, PVC, posthumous. Paramveer Chakra, that's a National Bravery Award that was awarded to him posthumously. It's difficult to not get emotional up here, as the struggle against China still continues, by the way. Not in these parts anymore. I mean, actually it does continue in these parts. But of course, China no longer can attack India the way it did in 1962. India learned its lesson and has become a military might in its own right. Yeah, that was the War Memorial. Let's head back down and go to our next stop. This national flag of India stands 104 feet tall, freshly inaugurated just a couple of years ago, February 3rd, 2022. And it's just outside giant Buddha statue. And here's the 104 feet national flag. There's also something interesting. Yeah, let's go and see what it is. Here we are at Tawang, New York is in that direction. To the right, 12,274 kilometers. Paris is 7,699 kilometers. New Delhi, 1441 kilometers. Not sure if it's visible on the camera. Lhasa in Tibet is 240 kilometers that way. That's not all. Sydney is 9254 kilometers and Bangkok is 2629 kilometers. Pretty interesting, the concept. And here's an open free library. Take a book, leave a book. Well, if I'd known that there was such a thing, I would have gotten a lot of my books. This is the entrance to the largest monastery in India, the Tawang Monastery. This building was consecrated by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama on October 15, 1997. Not sure if it's open or closed. All these sheds in green that you see, I hope it's green because I said it's green. Look, whatever color it is, they all belong to the monastery. And that looks like the school building of the monastery where young monks are taught. Center for Buddhist Cultural Studies. It's a school building. I also see the Tawang helipad from here. Let's see if you can spot it. This should give a better view. That's the Tawang helipad. A daily helicopter service is available from Guwahati to Tawang, weather permitting, of course. There is a museum. Let's go inside and see what the museum has to offer. Some 19th century boots. These are wooden masks of the war god. No wonder they look scary. Need to intimidate the enemy. Skeleton face. Used in a monastic dance to show that the human life is impermanent. That is true. Let's stir the pot a bit. What do we have here? A mandala. The most common translation of the term mandala is circle, conjuring not only the literal shape but a broader feeling of wholeness, entirety, symmetry, and harmony. A mandala is normally created as a meditational aid, showing the layout of a celestial palace, its surrounding environment, and the placement of deities within. This is the palace that's been talked about inside of the mandala. Unfortunately, there's a lot of reflection from the wall behind us, windows behind us rather. And this seems better. It is a beautiful miniature version of the palace described. The celestial palace. Imagined celestial palace. Palace of the deities.